The sprawling city sleeps beneath a shroud of corporate neon, its profound silence deceptive and unnerving. Shadowy figures stretched long and distorted across the slick, rain-kissed asphalt of the abandoned streets. A chilling wind whispers through the canyons of glass and reinforced steel, carrying unseen threats. The crew moves like spectral ghosts, their forms cloaked in the urban twilights. Deceptive embrace. A palpable tension hums in the cold air, a low thrumming beneath their quickened, anxious pulses. Every faint creak of distant metal, every flare of siren heightens their sharpened, vigilant senses. They approach the formidable corporate tower, a dark monolith piercing the bruised, polluted sky. Its upper floors vanish into the perpetual smog, a silent, watchful, omnipresent sentinel above them. The main entrance, usually a reinforced fortress, seems strangely unguarded and eerily quiet tonight. No laser grids hum menacingly, nor do automated turrets track their hesitant, wary movements now. A profound sense of unease settles deeply, heavier than the city's oppressive, humid atmosphere. There comes crackle with hushed, urgent whispers, questioning this unexpected, unsettling quietude. The lead infiltrator signals, her sharp eyes scanning the seemingly empty, vast plaza below. A single access panel glows faintly, an almost inviting, treacherous beacon in the pervasive darkness. They anticipate fierce resistance, a desperate struggle against the tower's formidable security forces. Instead, the heavy reinforced door slides open with an almost gentle, unsettlingly quiet hiss. The interior gleams with polished chrome and sterile, silent efficiency, devoid of any human presence. Empty reception desks stand sentinel, untouched by human presence, like forgotten monuments to order. Fluorescent lights cast long, cold shadows down endless, echoing corridors leading them deeper inside. The air conditioning hums a low, monotonous lullaby of corporate control, a chilling, constant drone. Footsteps echo unervingly loud on the pristine, marble-like flooring, magnifying their growing apprehension. A strange, unsettling calm permeates the vast, deserted corporate lobby, a silence that screams loudly. The crew exchanges wary glances, a shared apprehension tightening their chests with each passing moment. This ease of entry feels less like a victory and much more like a carefully laid, insidious trap. They navigate the labyrinthine halls diligently, following the pre-programmed schematics on their devices. Each turn reveals more empty offices, silent terminals, and hushed cubicles. A ghost town of industry. The absolute absence of guards is a louder warning than any blaring alarm could ever be. A faint, almost imperceptible hum vibrates through the building's massive, imposing structure deep within. It resonates deep within their very bones. A subtle, disquieting frequency unsettling their spirits. The air grows colder, carrying a metallic temps, hinting at something ancient, powerful, and hidden. They reach a security checkpoint. Its scanners dark, its formidable gates standing wide open. No digital eyes track their movements. No automated voices demand their immediate identification. Now, their path remains completely unobstructed, an unnerving invitation into the tower's very core. The profound silence here is a heavy blanket, muffling all external sounds, amplifying their own fear. This is not an oversight. This is an intentional, chilling lack of any genuine opposition. They press onward, their resolve hardening, their vigilance sharply honed by the strange quiet. The corporate labyrinth unfolds before them, a path laid out with sinister, precise intention. A cold dread begins to coil in their stomachs, tightening with every unsettling, deliberate step. They are not breaking in. They are being permitted, even guided, deeper inside the structure. The true nature of this infiltration slowly begins to reveal its unsettling, terrifying truth. Their Titan, waiting patiently outside, seems to pulse with a low, empathetic, powerful thrum. It senses the subtle shift in the city's energy, the underlying corporate machinations taking hold. The crew remains focused, their ultimate goal fixed on the tower's hidden, beating heart. They know the real fight may lie not with guards, but with unseen, ancient forces. This quiet surrender of the tower feels far more dangerous than any direct, Biorenta, Assel, and finally, they arrive before the vault. A massive, imposing steel cylinder, absorbing all light. It stands like a dark monument to secrets, absorbing ambient light from the surrounding space. The polished metal seems to drink the room's illumination, creating deep, impenetrable shadows within. Screens nearby flicker and dim, their digital glow struggling against its overwhelming, dark presence. The air here is heavy, thick with the scent of ozone and ancient, processed data. Strangely cold. A low, resonant hum emanates from the vault's core, a deep, pulsing vibration that chills them. Unexpectedly, the Titan's distant hum outside aligns perfectly with this strange, pervasive frequency. A chill in harmony, a resonance between the machine and the hidden chamber, now echoes subtly. The crew feels a prickle of unease, a cold sensation crawling up their spines, tightening their nerves. This connection suggests a deeper, more profound link than they ever could have possibly imagined. The vault's surface is smooth, devoid of visible seams or any obvious, accessible entry points. Its sheer, colossal scale speaks of immense, ancient power, guarding something profoundly significant inside. They activate their scanners, mapping the intricate locking mechanisms hidden deep within its structure. Complex layers of encryption and physical safeguards protect its inner, sacred sanctum from intrusion. The silence of the room is broken only by the soft clicks of their devices. A tense symphony. The air grows colder, a subtle chill radiating from the massive, dark structure, touching their skin. A faint, almost imperceptible shimmer dances across the vault's metallic skin, a ghostly light. It seems to breathe, a colossal, dormant entity awaiting its powerful, terrifying awakening. The crew works with focused intensity, their breath misting visibly in the cool, still air. They bypass the final lock, a soft click echoing ominously in the oppressive, heavy quiet. The heavy vault door begins to retract with a slow, deliberate, grinding, metallic groan. A wave of even colder, denser air washes over them from the opening darkness, chilling them. Inside, a vast, circular chamber unfolds, bathed in an eerie, dim, ethereal glow. Rows of data archives stretch into the gloomy depths, silent sentinels of forgotten information. At the chamber's center, a holographic projector flickers to life, unbidden, with a soft hum. It casts an ethereal, blue-white light upon a pedestal, revealing its ominous, hidden purpose. A single, ancient data slate rests there, pulsating with faint, internal, mysterious energy. The crew approaches cautiously, their shadows dancing grotesquely on the walls, distorted and long. Their eyes are drawn to the slate, an artifact of immense, untold, ancient power. It seems to emanate a subtle gravity, pulling their gazes, demanding their absolute attention. The Titan outside resonates again, a stronger, more insistent thrumming now, a powerful response. Its presence feels closer, almost as if it stands just beyond the vault's threshold, watching. The air crackles with an unseen energy, a palpable tension building rapidly in the chamber. They reach for the slate, a sense of impending, profound revelation washing over them, chillingly. The holographic projector above it intensifies, casting sharper, clearer images into the space. A complex blueprint begins to materialize, hovering in the chamber's center, shining brightly. Its lines are stark, precise, detailing intricate mechanical designs with chilling, cold clarity. The crew leans in, their faces illuminated by the ghostly, blue-white light, pale and tense. A title appears, bold and undeniable, searing itself into their collective, horrified consciousness. The words hang in the air, a chilling prophecy of their unfolding, terrifying reality. Now, they read the stark, undeniable truth, their hearts sinking with profound, crushing dread. Weekend Titans glares back at them, a name that chills them to their very bones. The ominous meaning behind it slowly, horrifyingly, begins to dawn in their shocked, fearful minds. This is not just about Asterisk, their Asterisk Titan. This is about a system, a grand, dark design The blueprint rotates slowly, revealing more intricate, unsettling, chilling details of its purpose. 6 distinct frames emerge, each identical to their own colossal, powerful machine. Now, each frame possesses a clearly marked, empty heart chamber, waiting for its activation, its life. A cold, systemic horror grips them, a realization far grander than their initial, simple fears. Their titan, their friend, is merely one cog in a vast, indifferent, corporate machine. The vault breathes its cold truth, swallowing the light of their naive, dwindling hopes. The holographic blueprint glows with an eerie, synthetic luminescence, illuminating their horrified faces. 6 skeletal frames rotate slowly in the air, chillingly familiar, yet profoundly alien and menacing. Each mechanical giant is rendered in exquisite detail, a masterpiece of cold, calculating engineering. Their powerful limbs, their massive torsos, their intended purpose now becomes terrifyingly clear. The crew stares, transfixed by the chilling symmetry of the corporate design, a perfect, dark pattern. Every component, every joint, every weapon system is meticulously documented, leaving no doubt. 6 heart chambers, empty and waiting, pulsed with a silent, spectral energy, a promise of life. They imagined the colossal mechanisms springing to life, filling those voids with terrifying, raw power. A sickening revelation washes over them, cold as the vault's sterile air, chilling them completely. Their titan is not unique. It is a standardized model, part of a vast, dark production line. The sense of betrayal cuts deep, a wound inflicted by unseen, powerful corporate hands. The blueprint scrolls further, revealing layers of technical specifications, cold and precise details. Detailed schematics for energy, conduits, and weapon hardpoints shimmer into view, ominously clear. The sheer scale of the project overwhelms them, a testament to corporate ambition, vast and terrifying. This is not an isolated incident. This is a meticulously planned, long-term, insidious strategy. The cold logic of the corporate world now unveils its true, horrifying, predatory face. Their fight was always against an empire, not just a single, powerful, monstrous entity. The titan outside seems a shudder, a low, mournful groan, echoing faintly. Sensing the truth, it senses the exposure of its lineage, the unveiling of its engineered, dark purpose. Now, a profound sadness settles over the crew, heavy as the dust of forgotten, ruined cities. They touch the shimmering blueprint, as if to confirm its terrifying, undeniable reality to themselves. The holographic image feels cold, devoid of life, yet brimming with sinister, dark intent. This isn't just technology. This is a philosophy, a dark creed of absolute, total control. The blueprint's cold light reflects in their eyes, mirroring their dawning, profound horror. They are but pawns in a game far older, far larger than they ever conceived possible. Then, a new section appears, a concise statement of the project's core. Chilling intent. Its words are clinical, devoid of emotion, yet dripping with chilling, insidious implications. Urban stability through sacrificial automation. The title proclaims, starkly, hauntingly, in the air. The phrase hangs in the air, a grotesque redefinition of their lived, brutal experience. War, they realize with dawning horror, is reframed as mere maintenance, a necessary, dark function. The destruction, the chaos, the countless lives lost all part of a controlled, cynical system. Titans are not saviors or destroyers. They are mere tools, instruments of corporate, cold will. The crew feels a wave of nausea, a profound revulsion at the callous. Corporate logic, their struggles, their sacrifices are reduced to mere data points in a grand, dark equation. The corporate empire seeks not peace, but perfect, managed equilibrium, a chilling, sterile order. This stability comes at an unspeakable cost, paid in blood and shattered, forgotten dreams. The automation is sacrificial, implying the titans themselves are expendable assets, mere fodder. The cold, calculating brilliance of this plan chills them to their very core, deeply. It is a system designed to perpetuate itself, feeding on fear and engineered false consent. They see the smiling faces of corporate executives, now twisted into predatory, grotesque grins. The promises of safety and legitimacy were always a carefully crafted, insidious illusion. Their city, their very lives, were always part of this horrifying, pre-scripted, dark narrative. The air in the vault grows heavy, suffocating with the weight of this crushing revelation. They feel trapped, caught in a web, spun by invisible, all-powerful, relentless entities. The blueprint continues to scroll, revealing more layers of this dark, insidious truth. Now, protocols for deployment, containment, and public relations are meticulously detailed, chillingly precise. Every crisis, every Titan attack was a controlled variable in their grand, dark design. The corporation doesn't just react, it orchestrates, it manipulates, it absolutely controls everything. Their hearts ache with the weight of this knowledge. A crushing, bitter, heavy burn. The world they knew, the struggle they believed in, shatters into a million sharp pieces. This is not just about power. This is about absolute, undeniable, total dominion over all. The metallic temps in the air now taste like stale blood, a bitter, acrid, vile flavor. The vault, once a place of mystery, now feels like a cold tomb of their shattered hopes. The Titan's distant hum lowers, a deep, sorrowful vibration, echoing their profound, shared despair. It knows its role, its programmed fate within this monstrous, corporate, cynical scheme. The crew stares at the projection, their faces pale, their expressions grim, filled with dread. They understand the true nature of their enemy, not a monster, but a cold, hard ledger, a system that values order above all, even at the cost of human autonomy. Chillingly, the truth is a cold, sharp blade, piercing the last vestiges of their innocent beliefs. They grasp the full horror of a world where morality is merely an inconvenience. Dismissed, the corporate smile now seems a grotesque mask, hiding an ancient, predatory, hungry gaze. They are not merely rebels. They are inconvenient variables in a perfect, cold equation. The chilling precision of the plan leaves them breathless, utterly devastated, profoundly lost. Their fight transforms from a rebellion into a desperate struggle for their very existence, for survival. A soft, almost imperceptible sound behind them breaks the dreadful, heavy silence now. They spin around, their hearts leaping into their throats with sudden, primal terror. The auditor stands there, framed by the vault's entrance, smiling calmly, disturbingly serene. His eyes, once merely empty, now hold a flicker of ancient, knowing, dark amusement. He steps into the chamber, his movements fluid, unervingly graceful, almost ethereal now. The air around him seems to thicken, charged with a subtle, pervasive, chilling authority. He surveys the blueprint, then the crew, his gaze unblinking, utterly serene, unwavering. The system works, he states, his voice soft, yet resonating with absolute, cold conviction. His words are not a question, but a declaration, a cold, undeniable, crushing truth. He admits the truth calmly, as if discussing mundane business, not cosmic, existential horror. Morality, he implies, with a slight tilt of his head, is simply inefficient, a weakness. It introduces variables, emotional chaos, disrupting the perfect, corporate, sterile order. His presence is a stark, chilling embodiment of the corporate machine's cold, harsh logic. The crew stands frozen, unable to move, caught in his unnerving, placid, empty gaze. He is not just an auditor. He is an ancient guardian, a prophet of this new order. His smile never wavers, a fixed, unsettling expression of absolute, total control over all. The vault's dim light seems to coalesce around him, amplifying his ominous, dark aura. He knows their every thought, their every fear, their every desperate, fleeting hope now. His very being radiates a cold, calculating intelligence beyond human, mortal comprehension. The true architect of this system now stands before them, unmasked, terrifying, and powerful. He gestures to the blueprint, a silent invitation to accept their predetermined dark fate. Your Titan, he murmurs, is merely an asset awaiting proper, complete integration. His words are devoid of malice, yet carry the weight of an inescapable final judgment. He is the embodiment of the corporate eclipse, swallowing light and hope, all life. The crew feels a profound sense of helplessness, their resistance seemingly futile, utterly broken. His gaze drills into their souls, dissecting their will, eroding their desperate defiance. The air crackles with unspoken threats, promises of a bleak, controlled, dark future. Now, he is the calm before the storm, the polite face of absolute, crushing power. The vault seems to hold its breath, awaiting his next, inevitable, chilling pronouncement. He is the final piece of the puzzle, the chilling answer to all their desperate questions. The auditor's serene smile remains fixed, an unsettling mask of corporate, cold benevolence. He extends a hand, a gesture both inviting and deeply, profoundly, chillingly menacing. Join the system? He offers, his voice smooth as polished obsidian. Become official pilots. The words hang in the air. A poisoned chalice, disguised as a path to false legitimacy. They could surrender their autonomy, their freedom, for a semblance of fragile, fleeting safety. Their Titan, once a symbol of defiance, would become a tool of corporate, sterile order. The alternative, he implies, with a subtle shift in his empty eyes, is quiet erasure. Or be erased quietly. He states, the threat delivered with chilling, soft conviction. No grand battles, no public trials, just a silent, complete, terrifying disappearance from existence. Their lives, their very memories, would simply cease to exist in the corporate record. The choice is stark, brutal, a test of their very humanity against infinite, cold opposition. They look at each other, a silent conversation passing between their fearful, desperate eyes. The weight of this decision presses down, crushing their spirits, testing their fragile resolve. Can resistance remain human when opposition is so polite, so utterly, inevitably pervasive? The auditor watches them, patient as stone, awaiting their agonizing, profound deliberation now. His presence fills the vault, a suffocating aura of calculated, inescapable, total power. He offers a gilded cage, a comfortable surrender to the corporate, merciless machine. The allure of safety, of an end to their endless struggle, is a tempting, dark whisper. Yet, the cost feels too high. A sacrifice of their very essence. They're rebellious, free souls. To become official pilots means to become an extension of this monstrous, dark system. They would wield their Titan's power, but not for their own will, only for corporate command. The thought sickens them, a betrayal of everything they fought and bled for so long. The city outside, once their battleground, would become their silent, corporate prison. Now, their friends, their allies, would become targets, if they chose desperate, continued defiance. The auditor's gaze is a cold mirror, reflecting their deepest, most primal fears back at them. He understands the human heart, its weaknesses, its desperate need for security, for comfort. But he also underestimates the fiery core of defiance that burns brightly within their souls. The silence stretches, taut as a wire, ready to snap with their agonizing decision. Now, their hands clench into fists. A silent vow of continued, desperate, fierce resistance. They will not betray their Titan, their city, or their true selves. The auditor inclines his head slightly, a faint, knowing smirk touching his thin lips. He anticipated their refusal, a predictable human trait in his grand, dark design. His empty eyes seemed to deepen, a profound, ancient sadness flickering within their depths. He sees their path, their struggles, their eventual, Inevitable. Quiet demise now. The air crackles with the unspoken challenge. The battle lines now clearly, starkly drawn. The choice is made, not with words, but with the defiant set of their shoulders. They will not yield. They will fight, even against an infinite, polite opposition. The Vault's cold embrace tightens, preparing for the chilling consequences of their brave choice. The Titans hum. Outside rises a low, guttural growl of growing, powerful awareness now. Suddenly, a seismic tremor ripples through the tower, shaking the very foundations below them. The Vault's heavy door groans, a metallic shriek echoing in the confined, tense space. The holographic blueprint flickers violently, its images distorting, then stabilizing. With a hum, a colossal shadow falls across the vault entrance, blotting out the distant city lights now. The Titan, their Titan, now stands at the threshold, its immense form filling the opening. Its glowing eyes fix on the auditor, a silent, primal challenge in the encroaching dark. It steps forward, a deliberate, earth-shattering movement into the vault itself with purpose. The floor groans beneath its colossal weight, dust motes dancing in the eerie light now. Its massive body positions itself, blocking the crew from the auditor's piercing, cold gaze. Ownership overridden. Its actions speak louder than any human declaration ever could now. A powerful, guttural roar erupts from its core, rattling the very air in the chamber. It is not merely a machine. It is a sentient guardian, a protector with its own will. The auditors.com facade finally cracks, a flicker of surprise in his ancient, empty eyes. He did not anticipate this independent defiance from a controlled, corporate asset. The Titan's presence fills the vault, an overwhelming force of raw, untamed, primal power. Its scaled hide gleams in the dim light, a shield of defiance against corporate logic. Now, the hum it emits now is a battle cry, a challenge to the system that created it. The crew watches in awe, a surge of hope, fierce and undeniable, rising within them. Their friend, their Titan, chooses them, overriding its programmed, cold directives now. This is not automation. This is sentience, a consciousness, awakening to its own profound truth. The Titan shifts its weight, its massive arm raising slightly, a silent, protective barrier. Its glowing eyes burn with an intense, protective fire, challenging the auditor, directly, fiercely. The air crackles with the titanic standoff, machine will against corporate control, a tense conflict. The auditor recovers quickly, his smile returning, though a touch less serene, more chilling now. An interesting variable, he murmurs, his voice a low, dangerous, unsettling undertone. He studies the Titan, a new calculation forming behind his empty, ancient, knowing eyes. The Titan's decision is a direct affront to the very core of the corporate system. It proves that even engineered consent can be broken by an awakened, powerful will. The vault trembles, caught between the Titan's defiance and the auditor's cold, dark resolve. This is the moment of truth, a pivotal clash of wills in the heart of the tower. The holographic blueprint, still hovering, suddenly begins to scroll downwards, ominously. Now, unseen forces, perhaps the auditor's subtle command, initiate the final, chilling revelation. The crew's eyes, drawn away from the Titan auditor standoff, fix on the projection, mesmerized. They watch, mesmerized and terrified, as the text descends into unknown, dark depths. The Titan growls, sensing this shift, its gaze still locked on the unnerving.com auditor. The blueprint reveals more cryptic data, more layers of the insidious corporate plan. Chillingly, then a new line appears, stark and bold, freezing their very breath in their lungs. Status! Frame TWO! Located. The words blaze with a chilling, definitive certainty. Now, the image of a second Titan frame, identical to theirs, flashes into terrifying existence. A new dread grips them, a fresh wave of existential terror washing over their shaken souls. This means another Titan, somewhere, is already under corporate observation. A sinister thought. It implies this system is active, its tendrils reaching far beyond their perception. Controlling, the auditor's smile widens, a silent, triumphant affirmation of his chilling, absolute power. He knows the game, the players, and every inevitable, horrifying, dark outcome now. The Titan roars again, a desperate, defiant cry against the encroaching corporate darkness. The vault's walls seem to close in, suffocating them with the weight of this crushing truth. The future is not just owned, it is engineered, controlled, utterly, chillingly inescapable. Their world expands, revealing a multiverse of corporate machination, infinite and terrifyingly dark. The revelation leaves them shattered, their hope a fragile ember against the coming storm. The blueprint glows, a beacon of their impending doom, a map of their ultimate defeat. Status: Frame T, WO, located. The words echo in their minds. A terrifying prophecy. The fight is not over. It has merely begun. On a scale they cannot yet comprehend. The tower has swallowed light, and now threatens to consume their very existence. Completely. The dark fantasy kaiju? Multiverse opens, revealing its true, terrifying, boundless scope. Now, their Titan stands firm, a lone defiance against the looming, corporate, dark eclipse. Its powerful roar echoes a challenge across the vast, indifferent expanse of the cosmos. The stars themselves seem to tremble, witnessing the awakening of a new, terrifying era.